Thank you for joining us at Decode and taking the time to explore what we are building here at WP Engine. I'm Ramadass Prabhakar, Chief Technology Officer and SVP of Global Engineering. Today, WP Engine powers millions of WordPress sites everywhere through our hosting platform and through some of the most popular free developer tools such as Local, ACF, and NitroPack. Thanks to the vast ecosystem of tools we offer, we gain a lot of industry insights and feedback from customers building all kinds of experiences online. We have a front row seat to the pain points they're running into when they're unlocking new innovations or overcoming pain points. We use what we learn to drive innovation so that we are not just keeping with how the web is evolving, but helping to shape what comes next. We are in the business of extending what people are capable of doing on the internet for their business, their client's business, or just to express themselves. Even as one of the largest players in the space, we are not here to rest on our laurels. We are here to power the freedom to create. And we know people are still hungry to create with WordPress. That drives our ambitions to continue moving WordPress forward and empower the innovation our customers seek every day. The way people use websites is changing fast. No matter your role, developer, designer, marketer, you are likely being asked to make your sites do more. And increasingly, those asks involve new technologies like AI. But as many of you know, getting started and creating real value isn't always smooth. That friction, those hours spent troubleshooting and configuring, comes at the cost of time you could spend actually building. That's exactly what WP Engine exists to solve. From day one, our mission has been to clear obstacles in your path so you can create without the setup headaches. So in this session, you will hear more about the groundbreaking products we've been working on, including powerful new tools like a managed vector database that's WordPress ready and AI ready from the start. AI has been talked about extensively, maybe even too much, but its potential is undeniable. People are trying to use AI for a wide range of tasks with varying levels of success. In fact, a 2024 study of data scientists and engineers found that 80% of AI projects fail, most often due to poor problem definition, organizational roadblocks, lack of a clear starting point, or messy, incomplete, and inaccessible data. At WP Engine, we are tackling these challenges head-on to make AI implementation actually work for real-world WordPress use cases. Here to tell you more is Senior Product Manager, Luke Patterson.
AI has been everywhere lately. And while much of the hype feels a little overblown, the potential is very, very real. And at WP Engine, we're not chasing the hype. We're focused on what is actually useful. So there's plenty of services out there promising AI that claim to be able to do all kinds of things for you with no code, with no knowledge, with no craft required. And we're seeing mixed results. To us, this approach misses the point of what makes WordPress so powerful. WordPress is, at its core, a content management system. It's incredible at storing your structured data. And you know what loves structured data? AI. So when we started thinking about how to integrate AI into WordPress, it wasn't about replacing the human craft, the design, the development, and the thoughtful features that make a site great. It was about asking, what new things can we help you do with the data that you already have? And how can we make that as painless as possible? So one of the first things we built was an AI-powered search tool, which is a great example of how useful WordPress content can be when it is structured correctly, when it's structured for search. So to make that happen, we had to solve a core challenge. How do you take all the content inside of your site and turn it into something that AI can actually use? At the very highest level, here's how it works. We start by pulling everything from your WordPress database. Posts, pages, tags, metadata, ACF fields, everything. That data then goes through a multi-step processing pipeline. First in the pipeline, we create a full text search database. This is where you can begin to go beyond what you get out of the box with WordPress and introduce things to the search experience like fuzzing, which is the ability to misspell words by a few characters, and field wing. So if you got that ACF field, you can send it right to the top. Then we apply machine learning to uncover deeper, more nuanced relationships, like understanding that honey is a natural sweetener or that user onboarding is related to product adoption, even if those exact terms never appear together. Finally, we combine all of these layers and rank the strength of the relationships between all the content objects. So you're not just getting a list of matches, you're getting context in your search results. We use natural language retrieval models to accomplish something called a managed vector database. And if you've never worked with one before, think of it like this. It's a smart, interconnected version of all the data on your site, trained exclusively on your content. You search in natural language, and our technology responds like a subject matter expert on your content. And the difference is massive. Instead of getting no results when you search for the breakfast food I put syrup on, now you get pancakes. It's a smarter, more intuitive way to interact with your content. Now, for the 6 of you who've actually tried to build a vector database on top of WordPress, you know, it's a lot. It's hard to build. It is tricky to keep updated, and it is fragile when things go wrong. We have completely solved for that. And our managed solution powers everything in our AI tools, from intelligent search to smarter recommendations, and a whole lot more to come. So yeah, I talk a lot, but showing is a lot better than telling. So here to show you exactly how this tool works is Britt Dreisbach.
The first place we apply this new technology is search, because we know how often WordPress users struggle with what should be a simple, essential feature on a modern website. Around 59% of site visitors use search, and those users convert 2 to 3 times more often than those who don't. But WordPress's default search, it's limited. It only returns exact matches. It doesn't handle typos or alternate phrasing, and it definitely doesn't understand natural language. Meanwhile, users' expectations keep climbing. People expect search to just work, like it does on Google, Amazon, or ChatGPT. If it doesn't, they move on. So we set out to build a better search experience, one that actually understands what people mean, not just the exact words that they use. It handles misspellings, it recognizes alternative phrasing, it interprets conversational language, and it returns results that feel like a human is on the other side, making a connection for you. And look, I could keep talking about it, but sometimes seeing really is believing. Let's take a look at how our new search technology works in action. This is a WordPress demo site built around e-commerce products. Right now it's using our default full text search. No AI just yet. Just our improved out-of-the-box experience. Let's say someone searches for COFEEE, but they do the very human thing and forget that coffee has 2 F's and only 2 E's. With default WordPress search, I need an exact match to get a result. Our smart search tool fixes that, even with just our default non-AI configuration. And thanks to built-in fuzziness, I can now see all of the coffee products in my shop, even if I'm misspelling my search like someone who desperately needs a cup of coffee. Now let's try something more nuanced. Bean mill. Bean as in coffee bean, mill as in a device that grinds coffee beans. No results. That's because even though I'm describing what that kind of device is, those words don't actually appear anywhere in the post content for the product we're looking for. So let's enable semantic, AI-powered search to take things a step further. We go into the dashboard and select semantic, and now we're prompted to pick a field. In this case, we'll choose post content because that's where most of the meaningful data lives. Here's a quick caveat. When we change fields, we need to re-index our data so that the post content can get vectorized. Once that's done, we're ready to try the search again. Now we search for bean mill, it works. Even though that phrase never appeared in the content, the AI understands the meaning and returns this lovely coffee grinder as a top result. That's the power of semantic understanding. And if you're wondering what happens when you want the nuance of semantic and the flexibility of keyword matching, there's also a hybrid AI-powered mode that combines the best of both worlds. But everyone's needs are different, so we like to give you the option based on the kind of site experience that you're trying to build.
So yeah, the tool is powerful, but what makes it even better is that the vector database powering our search is hosted on its own specialized search server. That means you get all of the benefits of smarter search without sacrificing your site speed. Now, some of you might be thinking, I'm already using Algolia or another third-party search tool with offsite search hosting. What makes this any different? Fair question. Here's the difference. Our Smart Search AI is built specifically for WordPress. It is easier to set up and it automatically stays in sync as your content updates. No manual reindexing, no extra plugins to manage. So what's the natural next step after Smarter Search? Smarter recommendations. Whether you're running an e-commerce store or publishing content, recommended products and posts help visitors discover more, and they drive real results. So shoppers who engage with recommendations are far more likely to convert. And for media brands, more relevant content means more clicks, more ad impressions, and more value for your audience. But today's recommendations tools for WordPress, they're either performance killers or they're completely manual to manage. So we built something better. Smart Recommendations is a block that you can drag right into your content, right into your templates. Setup takes just a few clicks, and like our Smart Search product, it runs in its own separate container. So your site stays fast and your costs stay predictable. No rate limits. Oh, and by the way, as a managed hosting platform, we render these recommendations server side. That means they build internal linking, so you get that nice little SEO boost as well. For developers or designers who want full creative control, we also offer a flexible API. You can customize how recommendations look, where they appear, and how they behave, so they can blend seamlessly into the experience that you have already built. And we're not just selling smart recommendations. We're a customer too. If you visit the Advanced Custom Fields blog, you'll see it in action, making nuanced recommendations based on the article that you've just read. And it's lightning fast with no database bloat and no impact to performance. Best of all, linking related content together no longer requires strict taxonomies or a bunch of manual tagging. With the power of our vector database, your content becomes naturally interconnected. No extra work, just smarter results. You'll be upselling toothpaste on your electric toothbrush pages, recommending puddings and custards on your creme brulee recipe, and suggesting dog booties to match the raincoat in your pet store. As we built these AI products alongside our customers, we started to see a pattern. People would get a taste of what was possible, and the wheels would immediately start turning. Wait, could I use this to build a content assistant? Could I create an AI-powered support tool? Could this help me personalize my site experience at scale? And rather than trying to build a new product every time somebody had a great idea, we decided to do something better. We're giving you the tools to build it all yourself. So as part of our AI toolkit, we're opening up API access to our managed vector database. So you can take that same AI-enriched content we use to build your own experiences, tailored to your needs. That vector database is trained exclusively on your WordPress site, your posts, your pages, your structure. It is your content, and we've made it AI ready. One of the most obvious use cases customers brought up was the idea of a chatbot, something that could answer questions about their site in a natural conversational way. So in addition to API access, we created a chatbot template, completely open source for you to build on. It's intentionally very bare bones, so you can customize it to match your site. But right out of the gate, it can answer nuanced questions that your site would normally not be able to answer. Our AI-powered recommendations tool and the managed vector database are in beta today. So reach out to our lovely account team if you're interested in giving the early version a try, and be sure to look out for their GA release as part of our full AI toolkit in the future. The future here is wide open, and you don't have to take my word for it. I had a chance to meet with folks at True Knowledge, a web agency, who are already leveraging this vector database technology with WordPress.
Personally, I think it's super cool that it's going to be accessible, like way more accessible than it was for us. Like when we started this AI project, like I think Pinecone was the only option. Not only would that have saved us a lot of like time and like resources building it as well as researching it, databases are like the biggest headache and the last thing you want to be responsible for, whether it's like managing the backups or load balancing and just making sure that your data is secure and it doesn't go down or crash. So to be able to give that responsibility to another company that's, you know, proficient and educated and experienced in handling it, that's generally the ideal move. And it's the ideal provider, the one that like does the heavy lifting for you.
Consider that a quick teaser for our AI hype or help session later today, where we'll show off some of the things that True Knowledge has been building. We're so excited to see what all of you are going to build with this as well. Because when AI understands your content, the possibilities aren't just powerful, they're very, very personal as well. That's what this toolkit is all about, helping you create smarter, more connected experiences for your visitors. Now, back to you, Ramadass.
Thanks, Luke. It's so exciting to see what people can create when they have easy access to this kind of capability. Suddenly, a WordPress site isn't just a website, it's powering a smarter content hub or running a chatbot that only talks about things on your site. That kind of imagination is what drew so many of us to WordPress in the first place. Our job is simply to make executing that imagination a whole lot easier, and it's incredible to see that continue with AI. But while AI is all about what's next, performance has always been our core promise and one of our day one priorities. We've been investing heavily in new ways to make WordPress sites faster than ever before, to make an impact on your conversions and performance. To tell you more, I would love to introduce Heidi McMahon, our VP of Product.
Thanks, Ram. Well, we've spent years tuning performance behind the scenes, but this past year we've made it easier to see how your site is really doing. Because hoping your site is fast and knowing it's fast, well, those are two very different things. And that's why we've added new performance insights directly into the WP Engine portal, so you can track Lighthouse scores over time, see which sites need help, and get deeper visibility into things like cache rate, latency, and page level speed. It's all about making performance feel proactive, not invisible. And nowhere is that more important than in e-commerce. We can optimize your site experience for conversions all day, but if performance is lagging, those efforts can fall flat. And we've seen this play out with a lot of our e-commerce customers. All the moving parts it takes to run an online store can quickly lead to bloat, slowdowns, and even lost transactions. And that means lower conversions, more time spent on maintenance, and risky workarounds that put your business at risk. And that's why we've spent the last year doing the heavy lifting to improve e-commerce performance from the ground up. And to tell you more about what that looks like, I'll hand things over to Josh Dailey.
Thanks, Heidi. When it comes to site performance, a single second matters. Studies show that even a 1 second delay in load time can lead to a 7% drop in conversions. And pages that load in 1 second convert over 2.5 times better than those that take 5. That's why we focus so much energy on improving performance, especially for our e-commerce customers, where speed and efficiency directly impact revenue. E-commerce sites built on WordPress are powerful, especially for teams that need customization and flexibility. But that flexibility often comes at a cost. As your site scales, performance becomes harder to manage. For example, WooCommerce sites, it's common to see 30 to 50 active plugins on these sites, and WordPress loads every single one of them on every page, even when they're not needed. That can bloat your page weight by 30% or more. It can slow down checkout experiences and requires complex workarounds just to keep things moving. And the more dynamic your content, the more challenging caching and search optimization becomes. That's where dynamic plugin loading comes in. Dynamic plugin loading gives you control over which plugin assets load on which pages, all inside an easy-to-use and highly configurable user interface. It prevents unnecessary images, scripts, and style sheets from ever loading, dramatically reducing page size and boosting efficiency. It includes built-in rules for common e-commerce use cases and lets you define custom rules to target pages being dragged down by unused plugins. Now, paired with Page Speed Boost powered by NitroPack, which we'll cover in more detail later, this can have an instant impact on load times and conversions. But that's not the only bottleneck we're solving for. As your store grows, your database grows with it, especially with product and order history. And when performance dips, it's often due to inefficient queries. But finding those is frustrating and time-consuming. That's why we built slow query monitoring. As you're likely guessing, this tool continuously logs database activity and pinpoints the exact page, file, line of code, and query causing the slowdown. It's lightweight, always running, and gives your developers clear, actionable insights without the guesswork.
Right now, these tools are available exclusively with our e-commerce plans, where we've seen the greatest need for deeper control and visibility. But the problems we're solving, plug-in bloat, inefficient queries, missed optimization opportunities, these aren't unique to e-commerce. And we're excited to explore how this level of insight and modular performance control could serve broader WordPress use cases in the future. But a lot of that inspiration came from a partner we've worked with for years, and one we're thrilled to officially welcome into the WP Engine family last year, NitroPack. To tell you more about what they're building and how it can help your sites move faster with less effort, I'm excited to introduce Lozan Lozanov, Product Manager for NitroPack.
Hey, my name is Lozan, and I was the first product hire at NitroPack back in 2023, and me and my team helped build a ton of features used by over 300,000 websites. Today, I'm happy to be part of the WP Engine family, where we're continuing to build features that make your site faster than ever. And if you've never heard of NitroPack, here's a quick explainer of what it does.
NitroPack is a powerful, all-in-one performance solution for WordPress, built to deliver lightning-fast load times with minimal setup. It's already running on over 300,000 WordPress sites, and it's also the engine behind WP Engine's page speed boost. If you're looking to drive more conversions without adding complexity, NitroPack makes it easy. It automatically handles caching, image optimization, and code minification, so you can stay focused on your content while your site gets faster in the background. Because it's a cloud-based SaaS tool, NitroPack does all the heavy lifting off-site, freeing up your server resources. It combines front-end optimization with world-class hosting, giving you great performance without needing complex or custom configurations. Most sites see immediate improvements right out of the box. But if your site has specific needs, NitroPack has you covered there too. Its intuitive interface gives you the flexibility to fine-tune your optimization settings for maximum performance. Endorsed by Google experts, NitroPack is the #1 tool for fixing site speed issues. No coding required. It improves user experience, conversion rates, and SEO rankings. In fact, more than 90% of NitroPack optimized websites are loading in under 3 seconds. And in a world where speed directly affects your bottom line, that kind of boost matters. In the coming months, you'll see even more enhancements in NitroPack and Page Speed Boost, including automatic improvements to key performance metrics like interaction to next paint and last contentful paint. So if you're looking to make your site rank better and convert more visitors, NitroPack or Page Speed Boost might be a good fit for you. Now back to you, Haiti.
I'm so excited that we integrated NitroPack into the WP Engine product suite, and I can't wait to see what other performance enhancements it will offer in the future. While we're continuing to help improve your performance, we know it only does so much if you can't prove the impact you're having. It's all about actionable data to help you understand the impact these tools are having on your site and where you can continue to prioritize and optimize. So that's why we're bringing better insights into our portal to demonstrate areas of improvement in a number of ways. For example, Lighthouse monitoring with Page Speed Boost powered by NitroPack lets you know when your SEO or performance scores are dropping, so you can correct issues to maintain your site conversions or better correlate if certain functions or work on your site are causing the issues. Account level Lighthouse scores, so you can determine which of your sites need help and prioritize your work based on the impact you can make. Performance insights to understand how your site is performing at a more technical level, giving you a better understanding of previously hidden details of your site, like cache rate, latency, slow pages, and more. This means you can continuously focus your efforts on what will make the most impact rather than spending your time troubleshooting. And reporting. As I mentioned, it's not just about boosting your performance. It's also about proving it, seeing continuous, meaningful improvements to your site, and ensuring the work that you're doing is having an impact that you can share and discuss with your team, your client, or your stakeholders. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of all the amazing work our product and engineering teams have done and are looking to bring to our customers, helping us not just boost your site conversions, but also help you prove the impact of these efforts. We're excited to continue innovating. And to close us out, I want to pass the mic back to Ramadass.
At WP Engine, our mission has always been to help you get further, faster in the creative process by giving you a strong, reliable foundation to build on with WordPress. It started with managed hosting. Now it includes a full AI toolkit, real-time performance insights, and tools designed to remove complexity so you can focus on what really matters: creating great work. Innovation is not a one-time launch. It's a constant conversation with our community. If you're interested in beta testing, sharing feedback, or helping shape the future of our products, we would love to hear from you. Of course, there's even more we didn't get to today, like advanced custom fields, which continues to be a powerful part of how people build custom WordPress experiences. We tried to keep today's breakouts product neutral, but we had to sneak in one session just for ACF, exploring how it enables a beautifully stylized block editing experience. And we hope you will stick around for some of our incredible breakout sessions. We are exploring everything from optimizing publishing workflows to adapting your SEO strategy for AI to the latest trends shaping the agency space. If you'd like to follow along as we continue to release new products and improvements, be sure to subscribe to our blog and follow us on social. And if you want to share any ideas that might inform future innovations, I would encourage you to join our user experience research group so we can all work together to build the best solutions. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of Decode.